everybody, my name is Ma. Welcome to my tea party. Having watched BBC Two's Chinese School last Tuesday, I have been thinking about making a video about Chinese education. When I first watched the documentary, my first thought was poor Chinese teachers. China is a country where people respect teachers a lot. For example, when I was young, if I was very naughty, my parents would threaten me that they would complain to my teacher. So the teacher's authority sometimes even higher than the parents. And the second thought was that the whole experiment was weird, especially when during the first class one teacher was explaining discipline and Confucius teachings. I felt so embarrassed and almost want to quit watching it. Teaching is a teamwork. The teacher is on the stage to give a lecture and the student respond to it. However, in the documentary, there was no bond between teachers and students, so it felt very awkward. The last thought that came into my mind was that the Chinese class students were going to lose simply because the students have become used to the way they were taught before, and 1 month was too short to see any differences. Also, as Chinese students have been used to long school hours since we are in primary school, and the school hours increased gradually, but the English students were given no time to adapt to the new schooling life. In Chinese, there is a saying, 因材施教. It means teaching students in accordance with their aptitude. Besides entertaining, I cannot see any point of bringing Chinese teaching method into UK. In the document, it says that in China there are 50 people in one class, so the number of students in the show is also 50. I want to point out that the reason that there are so many people in one class is that there are too many students but not enough space and teachers. If there are less students or more space and more teachers, I believe many Chinese schools would prefer to teach in a smaller class. It was quite nostalgic to watch the students doing morning exercise. However, one important thing is missing: morning reading aloud. Every morning when we arrive at school, we will read Chinese poets or ancient articles or English articles together. We call this in Chinese 早读. It's normally for half hour, and after that we do morning exercise together. Competition is a word that people kept bringing up in the show. Yeah, it's very competitive in China. Actually, the word thing is not competing with your classmates, as we spend the most time together with them, and home is just like a hotel only for sleeping. The word's competition is to compete against your parents' friends' kids or your neighbor's kids who happen to be in your age and do everything better than you. And people who were born after 1980 are mostly an only child in the family, so we joke that we are growing up with other people's kids because parents keep mentioning how excellent the other kids' examination result is, but yours are not. How great the university the other kid goes to, but yours is not. How great the job is that the other kid gets, but yours is not. How excellent the kid's partner is, but you are still single, etc. We rarely meet the other kids, but the kid is like our shadow, growing up with us and becoming our invisible enemy. Robotics is a fitness that British students have for Chinese teaching methods. We have a name for the teaching method. It's called 填鸭式教育. In Chinese, it means cramming teaching method. This teaching method has been criticized for years, but nothing changes. People criticize it for killing students' creative thinking and independent thinking. I actually disagree. Whether or not Chinese people are creative depends on where it is reported. If you know about China or Chinese people from TV or websites which are strictly regulated by governments, yes, Chinese people are robotic and boring. But if you go to Microblog and 天涯 BBS, 美派 etc., which are less regulated, you will find a lot of interesting people there. The most worried thing about Chinese cramming education, I think, is that people lose interest in studying. Chinese students have been through 12 hard years of studying extremely hard, but But when we go to university, we become very lazy and skip classes to playing computer games or sleeping in the class, etc. When we go to work, what we study is very utilitarian. We study for work qualifications. We rarely study something simply because we like it. There is one area I think where the Chinese education system is better than the UK's. That is, the Chinese education system is fairer. I've heard that if you want to study in Oxbridge, you need to pass the interview. Students from private school or grammar schools can get the help for preparing the interview, but students from government schools can't. Students from Oxbridge are mostly from private or grammar schools, which a lot of families cannot afford. In China, the education system is standardized, and the Gaokao examination is also standardized. So students are competing in a comparatively fair field. Although Gaokao examination questions are always criticized, especially the Chinese essay topics, they are jokingly referred to as chicken soup topics, 鸡汤文. Yeah, it means soft topics, but it's easier for students from different backgrounds to express their own views. As an ex-student who have been through all the hard work, I have a very mixed feelings for Chinese education. Part of me feels very proud of myself, as Gaokao is like a ritual, and I've made it through. However, if I have children in the future, I don't want my kids to experience Chinese education at all, because so much hard work and a lot of pressure. Today the time is up, and I hope you enjoyed the show. If you like my video, please comment, follow and subscribe me. See you next time.